You guys are so low budget, you don't even have the thing that goes like that. Serious? I have to clap my hands. You don't have the thing like in real movies? Hi, my name is BJ Baldwin, 7-time off-road racing champion. Come join me as I head down to Baja to capture my second consecutive Baja 1000 win. My team's been working really hard for the past couple months, getting ready for the most grueling race of the year. Now we got the trucks loaded up and we're getting ready to head to Mexico. We'll see you there. It's truly a privilege to be able to race in Baja. I've been doing it for the last 10 years. It's some of the most beautiful scenery in the world with the big giant cactuses in the open desert, and some of the beaches of San Felipe are just really, really beautiful to race on. Now that we're down in Mexico, it's time to do our homework and get ready to go pre-running.
Oh my God, it's so good. It was like having a beer after a workout. There's nothing more refreshing than having an ice cream sandwich in the middle of the desert in the middle of Baja while pre-running.
Desert racing is different from other forms of motorsports in the sense that you're never going to see the same two corners twice. And that's why pre-running is so important, so that we can memorize the course and get to know all the dangers and all the tight corners before race day. We had a couple good days of pre-running with my primary pre-runner. Unfortunately, that truck broke, but luckily I had my backup pre-runner on one of the other trailers, which is a 79 Blazer. It's a very, very good pre-runner. It's a lot of fun to drive. So we ended up using that pre-runner to run the rest of the race course. This year, because we had so much silly stuff happen to the pre-runners, I was without the luxury of time at that point, and I needed to get my work done. That's why I brought 2 pre-runners down.
I think we have a pretty good race plan today. Looking forward to qualifying. This is going to be a good Baja 1000 for us. Got a good team, done a lot of hard work on the truck, and we're really excited. I'd like to win 2 Baja 1000s in a row. Thank you very much.
In this race, I do not want to start up front because it's such a crazy race. So in qualifying, I kind of just, go kind of fast and clean it, make sure I have a clean run, and hopefully we'll end up 4th or 5th. That's my ideal start position for the Baja 1000.
Rock up in the disco.
I know that.
The Baja 1000 is a really big off-road racing event in the United States, but down here in Baja, down here in Mexico, it's like their Super Bowl. It's like Formula One. You know, it's a very, very big event. A lot of spectators show up. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of spectators lined out throughout the course in the middle of nowhere. And it's a pretty crazy event down here. This year it looks like I'm going to be the only one Ironmanning this race. It's going to be me and Johnny in the truck. I'm going to do 100% of the driving the entire race as opposed to other teams that have 2 or even 3 drivers. After I got going in the truck, the first 40, 50 miles, I started to pick off trucks. And then I started to feel better and a little bit more confident. Once I got from 70 to 250, I kind of had to back it down because I didn't have any course notes in the GPS for that particular section because we didn't get a chance to pre-run that section. I pull into the pit and stop driving. The race now transfers from my driving to the speed of my pit stop. So I got to get tires and fuel as fast as possible so I don't lose a position in the race and I can get back out on the race course and continue my pursuit. Really working my way through the pack at night was very difficult because it's very, very hard to pass. You know, the dust was pretty blinding. But I just exercise a lot of patience. You can't win a race if you don't finish a race. The last 300 miles of this race was the most grueling, the most difficult driving that I've ever had to do in any race. I knew that even though I was being hunted down by one of the best in the business, and I had to dig deep and drive hard all the way to the finish. You know, I was coming around the final corner of the Baja 1000 into the finish line, and you know, I was super, super tired, and I knew that I did pretty good, but I didn't know for sure whether I won. And when Roger Norman came into the window and he told me that I won the race, I was overfilled with joy. I was so happy because as soon as I got to the finish line, everybody was there, and it was not just a moment for me and Johnny, it was a moment for my entire team because they were all in front of me. As soon as I crossed the finish line, they were all on top of the hood screaming and cheering. At that moment that I realized that I had won my second consecutive Baja 1000 win, Ironman spec, something that only 2 other drivers have done in the 46-year history of the Baja 1000.